MTV. Truth, love, and creativity.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ask Reuben Kigame. I am Nancy Karoa. Reuben.
Yes, Nancy.
I would like to ask you a few questions that are mostly asked by many people.
All right.
And the first one is, I have a talent of songwriting, but I have no one to guide me, and I also don't have the money to record my music.
Okay.
What should I do?
Okay, those are two different questions. There is the issue of having talent without guidance.
Yes.
And then there is the issue of the lack of resources or money to go to a studio and record. I think, Nancy, people confuse two things.
Yeah.
People confuse songwriting and talent or ministry with publishing.
Sure.
Yeah, you can have and practice your songwriting without necessarily publishing by recording or by putting stuff online.
Okay.
And so there are stages that I believe every musician must go through before publishing their music.
Yes.
First, let me say, if you have written a song and you've never shared it with your friends, you've never shared it with your family, you've never shared it in church, then chances are that you're rushing to publish without the song being tested.
Okay.
Because you see, if you share your material with your friends, some of them may be musicians, they'll give you advice.
Okay.
If you share with your church family, you'll be able to get response. You can ask your pastor to give you a chance to present the song in the service or fellowship, or when you have a prayer service among your friends, you could share that song, and so they will respond and tell you this is a nice song, or maybe something will come to you by way of some reaction.
Okay.
The other thing is the next stage, and that is when you now take your song and share it with a music expert or a songwriter that has been in the field for a while. Then they'll tell you, oh, okay, maybe you could change this chord, or you could change your melody in this way. There's a clash of cadence or something. And or someone may look at your lyrics and say, oh, well, these lyrics are not quite in line with scripture or with the topic of the song. So you will get expert advice at that point. And once you have gone through those two stages, then you can publish your music in the studio, or by writing it down by way of notation. So let's say, for example, you come to my studio, because as a producer I see this a lot. A lot of musicians come and say, oh, what should I do here? Should I change this? And that's the concept people have of music production. Perhaps they saw a Mercy Masika or Guardian Angel performing a song, or you have someone that is popular because they're on the screen or they're heard on radio. So you begin to think, oh, I can do it too. So you rush to the studio. Then you realize, you're not ready. So I don't think it's good to compare having a talent and necessarily publishing it. A lot of material is out there that should never be out there, because it's unbaked, it's unpolished, it's not tested. And so it's important for musicians to realize that. Now, something else I would say about money, resources to record. Many times, if you test your song, you run it by your church members or friends and so on, there are some of those friends or your church family that may have the resources you're looking for. And if a song is so good, then what is going to happen is someone will say, hey, you need to record this song.
Sure.
That, by the way, is how I got to record my music. I did not even know that one can go to a studio. For more than 5 years of just going to, from school to school, fellowship to fellowship, sharing my music. And then a friend of mine called Imbumi Makuku, recognized my music and talked to someone at Transworld Radio. I think he's called Kwame Rubadiri. And Kwame liked my songs. And Transworld Radio Kenya actually recorded my first album.
Wow.
Yes, so somebody supported me. My second and third albums were actually sponsored because people already began to recognize that, you know, I had something to share with the world. And the motivation was, these songs are so good to us, we think other people should be able to hear them.
True.
And so my brief answer is, don't rush. Get your songs tested. Take time. Cross-check even with your pastor to see if your songs are doctrinally okay. There are songwriters like Michael Card that I respect very much, who will take his songs to the pastor and say, look at them, are they doctrinally okay? And so that would avoid a lot of pitfalls for people who want to put out material, but the material is not well picked.
Wow, that is well understood.
KMTV, Truth, Love, and Creativity.